Yo, it's your boy, my case, also known as AKs, also known as the coolest guy in sports. JJ Redick says that these kids aren't getting educated due to the one and done rule. I agree. He also said it's a racial control due to the one and done rule. I agree. Now, let's get down to it. Basically, JJ Redick is saying that these kids who don't make it to the NBA and for the ones that go out and hire an agent and can't go back into college to receive an education, yes, they're not getting a education. Now, also he's talking about players who don't go to the NBA after 1 year from college. They stay for 4 years and they don't have enough credits to graduate because there's so much time and effort being put on, okay, well, I got to be at practice, film, workout sessions for 60 hours a week. Where's the time for these kids to do homework? And then we all know how it goes, especially for football. They come in, they're on track with their GPA, which is like a 2.0. Then during football season is over with, their grades are slipping. Then they go to summer school and they get back up to the 2.0 so they can remain eligible for the upcoming season. Now, let's talk about the racial control. Basically, why are we stopping kids saying that they can't go straight from high school to make a living for themselves and their family? Now, as we all know, you can go to war or sign up to the military at the age of 17 years old, and you can go out and fight and die for your country. But somebody's telling these kids who are a lot of times coming from situations that aren't great, and the only way to make it out their whole life has been playing sports, and now you're telling them they have to wait a year, and now you're telling them they have to wait 3 years if they play NCAA football to go to the NFL or to go to the NBA. Yes, it's some type of racial control to that. Now, former NBA Lakers great Spencer Haywood came out and said, if you have 11 blacks on your team and you are, say, Kentucky, they're creating all this wealth but not getting paid. It does have a tinge of slavery. Now, I wouldn't say it's slavery, but I'm going to keep it buck. Like I said in my earlier videos, NCAA is a new Jim Crow because, think about it, a non-revenue athlete are sports like golf, swimming, lacrosse, baseball, hockey, which are all non-generated sports and are all predominantly white sports. So the college student athlete, the student athlete is basically a non-generated athlete. Those players get to go to class, get to do a sport that they love, and also graduate at one of these top institutions. Now, if you're a generated athlete, which is predominantly black players, you're going to play a sport for 60 hours a week, but you're not getting the opportunity to go to class and learn and potentially earn a degree. Now, it's just facts, man. So basically, I agree with JJ Redick with the racial control. It is a racial control, that systematic structure in our society that has just been taking place for decades and decades, and it's still happening. And some people don't understand it, or they understand it and they don't care. But it's up to us to acknowledge what's going on. So I agree with JJ Redick. I agree with Spencer Haywood to a degree. And hopefully something happens, because you shouldn't be able to not let these kids go out and make money for themselves and for their families. So, do you agree with JJ Redick? Do you agree with Spencer Haywood? Do you agree with what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments, man. It's your boy, in my case, Smith. I'm gone.